Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Good evening to all of you. Right now the time is approximately, what is that? I would say it is 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Friday, November 20th, 2020. The moon is waning in Aquarius, and the sun is transiting in Scorpio, but by tomorrow, Saturday, November 21st, 2020, the moon will be waning in Pisces, and the sun will be transiting in Sagittarius. Fun fact, before the official discovery of Neptune, Jupiter ruled both Sagittarius and Pisces, so there's definitely this vibe of Jupiter energy for like ritual work and spellcraft tomorrow, especially during the day. Welcome to WEDIN Day 21, Chaos Magic. I wanted to spend at least 2 or 3 of these videos, these WEDIN videos, these Witching Every Day in November videos, talking about different kinds of magic. But first, let me, full disclosure, I know very little about Chaos Magic. I have practiced Chaos Magic once. Still not sure if I did it correctly, but I felt that as a witch, I had the responsibility to expand my magical horizons. And I do feel that a witch needs to be open to exploring and expanding their own magical horizons. So I have a question for all of you. How many of you hate a Mercury retrograde transit? How many of you hate it, loathe it, despise it, cower in fear, want to take a Valium followed by a whole bottle of vodka every day until Mercury turns direct? I'm not raising my hand because I don't feel that way about Mercury retrograde transits, by the way. Fun fact, Mercury retrograde transits are the best time to practice Chaos Magic. Because the things that you would not normally do when Mercury's retrograding, ritual work and spellcraft-wise, are ideal to do using Chaos Magic when Mercury is retrograding. Fun fact. Isn't that a I can almost hear, I forgot the character's name, but it was a TV sitcom called Good Times. And John Amos portrayed the father. I believe yes, he portrayed the father. I'm trying to remember his character's name and it's not coming to me. But he would say, "Ain't that a blip?" So ain't that a blip that you can actually perform phenomenal magic during a Mercury retrograde using Chaos Magic. So here's the thing that I know about Chaos Magic. Chaos Magic is wild and crazy. And Chaos Magic does not follow the usual rules of traditional witchcraft. And Chaos Magic definitely works if you know how to work it. I think it's safe to say that any magical path works well if you know how to work it. I will say that I used to be very resistant to Chaos Magic because in my life I had a great deal of unholy madness and unnecessary chaos. Or am I saying the line incorrectly? Unholy madness and unnecessary chaos. That's what it is, yes. It's actually a brilliant passage from a short story entitled Tales of the Slayer, Volume 1. And yes, I am a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. By extension, I'm also a big Joss Whedon fan, so usually anything in which he's involved, I am there. Although I am long overdue to watch one of his motion pictures, and I'm drawing a blank on the name, but I think the word cabin is part of the title. I'll include it in the description box. Yeah. Although some of you are like, "Oh, I know which one. Oh, you haven't watched that yet? Why not?" I know. I'm anticipating all of those comments, and it's fine. Believe me, I say the same thing to myself. But with regards to Chaos Magic, how many of you in YouTubeLand practice Chaos Magic? How many of you have been resistant to it, and why? And how many of you have actually had success using or utilizing Chaos Magic? I'd be curious to know. My coffee is so phenomenal, I'm telling you. There's a mug that I've seen a few times on the internet that goes, it reads, "I love the smell of coffee and witchcraft in the morning." Mine would be, "I love the smell of coffee and witchcraft any time of the day or night." Because I don't limit my coffee consumption to just morning. I drink coffee whenever. Right now the time is approximately 6:45 p.m. and that is my first cup of coffee of the day. And believe me, I will still be able to sleep with no problem tonight. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a second cup, just not on my on-screen mug. In the meantime, thank you once again to the Ember HoneyRaven, the Big Fat Witch, for coming up with this phenomenal idea for a series of YouTube videos. Thank you to all of you who have been wedding along with me as part of this, I call it a YouTube tag-along, and I love calling it a YouTube tag-along, y'all. But I think if I were to call this anything, I think that this would be more accurately described as a YouTube challenge. But regardless, I'm having so much fun wedding along with all of you. There have been a few days this month that I have not been able to manage uploading at least one wedding video every day, so I do acknowledge that I am behind. And I think some of you know that I will be engaging in sacred solitude from next Thursday, which is November 26th through next Saturday, November 28th, 2020. And during that time period, I will not leave my home. I will have my cell phone turned off. I will have my computer turned off. I will have no contact with the outside world. I know that I'm going to stock up on foods and beverages so that I can absolutely make plenty of food and plenty of beverages and have a lot of fun. And of course snacks. Me loves me snacks. I love my snacks. But anyway, thank you of course to all of you for the likes, for the shares, for the comments, for the subscriptions to my YouTube channel, and of course thank you to all of you who have been scheduling your sessions. Remember that September through the following February is the most abundantly full time period for my professional psychic practice, so I highly recommend that you schedule your sessions ASAP and stat to make sure that you get the time and date that you want. I wish all of you bright blessings. I wish all of you and yours bright blessings and magical miracles, and stay tuned for the next video.